Welcome back to Stamps Old World UK. Today we are exploring one of the most famous and recognizable stamps ever issued by the United States Postal Service, the beautiful red 2-cent George Washington stamp. This classic stamp is more than just a small piece of paper. It is a symbol of American history, postal heritage, and the fascinating world of stamp collecting that continues to attract collectors and investors from every corner of the globe. If you love old stamps, hidden treasures, and discovering the stories behind historical collectibles, then this is a stamp you will definitely want to know about. The 2-cent Washington stamp became one of the most widely used postage stamps in American history. Featuring the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, the design represented patriotism, leadership, and national identity. Millions upon millions of letters, postcards, official documents, and business correspondence traveled across America carrying this small red stamp. For many people during its time, this stamp was part of daily life, appearing on mail sent between families, businesses, and government offices. One of the reasons collectors admire this stamp so much is because it represents an important period in American postal history. During the early 20th century, postal services were expanding rapidly, and stamps like this became essential for communication across a growing nation. Long before emails, social media, and instant messaging, a simple letter bearing this stamp connected people separated by hundreds or even thousands of miles. Every surviving example carries with it a silent story of the journey it once made through cities, towns, and rural communities. The design itself is elegant and timeless. The bright red color immediately captures attention, while the detailed engraving demonstrates the remarkable craftsmanship of stamp printing during that era. The portrait of George Washington is surrounded by decorative scrollwork and the words United States Postage, creating a balanced and classic appearance that has remained popular among collectors for generations. Even collectors who specialize in stamps from Europe, Asia, Africa, or the Commonwealth often keep examples of this stamp in their collections because of its historical significance. Now let us talk about the question many collectors ask. What is the market value of this stamp today in United States dollars? The answer depends on several important factors, including condition, centering, gum quality, perforations, cancellation marks, and rarity of the specific printing variety. A common used example with a postmark can often sell for between $1 and $5 in today's market. A clean, unused example with original gum may sell for around $10 to $25, depending on quality and demand. Well-centered, mint examples in excellent condition can command higher prices ranging from $30 to $75 or even more. Professionally graded examples with exceptional centering and preservation can achieve prices above $100 at specialized auctions. Rare printing varieties, plate errors, unusual perforations, or stamps found on original covers with historically important postmarks may reach several $100s or significantly higher depending on collector interest and rarity. Stamp condition remains the single most important factor affecting value. Collectors look carefully for sharp corners, bright colors, intact perforations, and clean surfaces free from tears, creases, stains, or heavy cancellations. Two stamps that appear almost identical at first glance may have dramatically different market values simply because one has better centering or superior preservation. This is why professional grading services play such an important role in the modern stamp market. Another reason this stamp remains popular is affordability. Unlike extremely rare stamps that sell for thousands or millions of dollars, the 2-cent Washington stamp allows beginners to own an authentic piece of American postal history without spending a fortune. This accessibility has helped introduce countless new collectors to the hobby of philately. Many experienced collectors today began their journey with common historical stamps just like this one. The global stamp market has changed significantly in recent years. Online marketplaces, international auctions, and digital catalogs have made it easier than ever for collectors to buy, sell, and trade stamps across borders. Demand for classic United States stamps remains strong, particularly for high-quality examples with certification from recognized grading organizations. While common examples may not make someone rich overnight, Premium examples continue to attract serious attention from collectors and investors alike. For collectors searching through old family albums, inherited collections, or forgotten boxes stored in attics and cupboards, finding a stamp like this can be exciting. Although most examples are common, there is always the possibility of discovering a rare variety or exceptionally preserved specimen worth considerably more than expected. This element of discovery is one of the reasons stamp collecting remains such a rewarding hobby, even in the digital age. Stamp collecting is not only about financial value. It is about preserving history, understanding culture, and connecting with the stories of previous generations. Every stamp represents a moment in time. It reflects politics, art, technology, and the everyday lives of ordinary people who once depended on postal services for communication. When collectors hold a stamp like the 2-cent Washington issue, they are holding a small but important piece of world history. For new collectors entering the hobby, this stamp offers an excellent starting point for learning about watermark varieties, perforation measurements, printing methods, paper types, and postal history. Studying these details can transform a simple stamp into an exciting research project filled with discoveries and historical connections. The more you learn about stamps, the more fascinating the hobby becomes. The future of classic stamps remains bright. As physical mail becomes less common in the digital era, surviving examples of historical stamps become increasingly important as cultural artifacts. Younger generations are beginning to rediscover the appeal of collecting tangible pieces of history, and classic issues like the red 2-cent Washington stamp continue to inspire curiosity and appreciation around the world. Next up, the famous 2-cent George Washington postage due-style issue that remains one of the most attractive and collectible classic American stamps ever produced. At first glance, many collectors notice the bold red color and the familiar portrait of George Washington, but this stamp holds much more than beautiful design. It tells a story of American postal history, government communication, and the evolution of stamp collecting that continues to fascinate collectors around the world. This remarkable stamp features the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States and one of the most important figures in American history. His image appeared on many American stamps over the years because he symbolized leadership, independence, and national unity. The detailed engraving work on this issue demonstrates the incredible skill of the printers who created these miniature masterpieces. More than a century ago, the bold lettering, reading United States of America, and the strong decorative frame make this issue stand out from ordinary postage stamps. Collectors often admire the elegant balance between the portrait, the denomination, and the surrounding ornamental details. The bright red color was chosen not only for its visual appeal, but also to make the stamp instantly recognizable. During postal handling and processing, this stamp belongs to an important period in American philately when postal services were expanding rapidly across the country. During this era, letters and documents traveled by train, horse carriage, steamship, and early motor vehicles. Every piece of mail represented communication between families, businesses, government offices, and communities spread across a vast nation. Stamps like this became silent witnesses to countless personal stories and historic events. Now let us discuss the market value of this fascinating stamp in today's collector market. The value can vary significantly depending on several important factors including condition, centering, gum preservation, paper quality, rarity, and whether the stamp belongs to a special variety or printing issue. A common example in average condition may have a market value ranging from approximately $2 to $10 in today's market. A clean and attractive unused example can often sell for between $15 and $40 depending on collector demand and overall appearance. Examples with original gum and excellent centering generally attract stronger prices among collectors, premium. Examples that have been professionally graded and certified may reach values between $50 and $150 or even higher. Exceptional examples with perfect margins, bright color, and outstanding preservation can command impressive auction results. Rare varieties, printing errors, imperforate versions, or unusual production characteristics may be worth several $100s and occasionally much more if collector demand is strong. Condition remains the most important factor affecting value. Collectors carefully inspect every detail, including corners, margins, paper freshness, color intensity, and any signs of damage such as creases, stains, thinning, tears, or repairs. Two examples of the same stamp can differ dramatically in price, simply because one has superior preservation in appearance. Many collectors also search for stamps that remain attached to original envelopes or postal documents. Covers with unusual postmarks, historical significance, or interesting destinations can often be worth far more than the stamp alone because they provide additional historical context and postal history value. One reason collectors love stamps like this is because they provide an affordable opportunity to own an authentic piece of American history. While some legendary stamps sell for hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, classic Washington issues allow collectors of all budgets to participate in the exciting world of Philately. The international market for classic American stamps remains active and healthy. Collectors from the United Kingdom, Europe, Asia, Australia, and North America continue to seek quality examples for their collections. Auction houses regularly feature important Washington issues, and demand for high-grade certified material remains particularly strong. For collectors searching through inherited collections, old albums, estate sales, antique shops, and forgotten boxes in attics, discovering a stamp like this can be a thrilling experience. Although many examples are common, rare varieties and exceptional specimens continue to appear unexpectedly, proving that hidden treasures still exist in the world of stamp collecting. Stamp collecting offers much more than financial value. Every stamp tells a story about the country that issued it, the people who used it, and the era in which it circulated. These small pieces of paper connect us directly with history in a way that few other collectibles can achieve. As the world moves further into digital communication, historic stamps become even more important as reminders of a time when handwritten letters carried emotions, news, business transactions, and family connections across continents and oceans. The survival of these stamps allows future generations to appreciate the craftsmanship and history of the postal world. For new collectors entering the hobby, stamps such as this provide an excellent introduction to engraving techniques, postal rates, paper varieties, watermark identification, and grading standards. Every stamp opens a doorway to deeper research and greater appreciation for history and design. Thank you for joining Stamps Old World UK for another journey through the fascinating world of classic stamps and postal history. If you enjoy discovering rare stamps, learning about market values, and exploring the stories hidden behind these tiny historical treasures, be sure to continue following Stamps Old World UK for more exciting videos from the world of Philately. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember that every old stamp may hold a story waiting to be discovered. Next up, the famous red 2-cent United States postage stamp, featuring a beautifully engraved side-profile portrait that became one of the most recognizable postal designs in American history. This small stamp may appear simple at first glance, but behind its elegant design lies a remarkable story of communication, history, collecting, and market value that continues to attract collectors around the world even today. During the early decades of the 20th century, this 2-cent stamp played an important role in everyday life across the United States. Millions of letters carrying family news, business agreements, legal papers, postcards, and important announcements traveled through the postal system using this very denomination. At a time when there were no emails, smartphones, or social media platforms, stamps like this served as the lifeline connecting people across cities, states, and entire regions of the country. Collectors admire this stamp because it represents an important chapter in postal history. It belongs to an era when engraved stamp printing reached extraordinary levels of artistic quality and precision. Every detail of the portrait, every decorative line, and every fine engraving pattern demonstrates the incredible craftsmanship of the printers who created these miniature works of art. Even after more than a century, the design still appears elegant, powerful, and instantly recognizable to collectors worldwide. The rich red color of the stamp has become one of its most memorable characteristics. Bright and attractive, The color ensured visibility on envelopes while also creating a visually impressive design that stood out among other issues of the period. Many collectors are drawn to this stamp simply because of its striking appearance and historical charm. Some collectors specialize entirely in these classic American issues and spend years searching for examples with perfect centering and exceptional quality. Now let us discuss the question that interests many viewers and collectors around the world. What is the market value of this stamp in today's market in United States dollars? The answer depends greatly on several important factors, including condition, centering, cancellation marks, gum quality for unused examples, perforation quality, and whether the stamp belongs to a rare variety or printing issue. A typical used example with a visible postmark and average condition usually sells for approximately $1 to $4 in today's collector market. Examples that are cleaner, better centered, and have lighter cancellations may reach prices between $5 and $15. Unused examples retaining original gum often command higher prices and may sell for $15 to $40 depending on overall condition and collector demand. Mint examples with excellent centering, strong color, and original gum can reach prices between $50 and $100 or more in specialized auctions and dealer sales. Professionally graded examples with superior preservation may achieve even higher values because collectors are often willing to pay premium prices for exceptional quality. Rare varieties involving printing errors, unusual perforations, color shifts, or plate flaws can be worth several $100s and occasionally much more depending on rarity and demand. Condition remains the most important factor in determining value. Collectors carefully inspect every detail, including perforation integrity, paper quality, freshness of color, centering of the design, and any signs of damage or repair. A stamp with missing perforations, heavy creases, stains, or tears may lose a significant portion of its value, while a perfectly preserved example can attract serious competition among collectors. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting stamps like this is the possibility of discovering hidden varieties. Some stamps that appear ordinary at first glance may contain small differences in printing, paper, watermark, or perforation measurements that transform them into highly desirable collector items. This is why many experienced philatelists spend hours examining their collections with magnifying glasses and specialized tools. The popularity of this stamp continues because it is both historic and accessible. Unlike legendary rarities worth millions of dollars, this issue allows new collectors to own a genuine piece of postal history without spending enormous amounts of money. For many people, stamps like this become the beginning of a lifelong passion for philately and historical research. The modern stamp market has expanded dramatically thanks to international auctions and online marketplaces. Collectors from Europe, Asia, North America, Australia, and Africa can now trade and purchase classic stamps with ease. High-quality examples of classic United States issues continue to enjoy strong demand, especially among collectors seeking to complete historical collections or invest in certified material. For anyone searching through inherited collections, old family albums, antique boxes, or forgotten envelopes stored away for decades, finding one of these stamps can be an exciting moment. While most examples are common, exceptional quality pieces and rare varieties still appear unexpectedly from time to time, reminding collectors that hidden treasures can still be discovered. Stamp collecting is about far more than money. Every stamp carries a story of human communication and historical change. These tiny pieces of paper traveled across countries and oceans, delivering messages of celebration, hope, business, friendship, and family connection. Holding an old stamp means holding a surviving witness to history itself. For beginners entering the hobby, this stamp provides an excellent opportunity to learn about engraving methods, postal rates, perforation measurements, printing techniques, and market grading standards. Every detail opens a new door into the fascinating world of Philately, where history and collecting come together in a truly unique way. As technology continues to replace traditional mail, historical stamps become increasingly important as cultural artifacts from another era. Future generations may see these stamps not only as collectibles, but also as symbols of a time when written letters connected the world in ways that modern technology can never fully replace.